All right, we're live. Let me check to see if this is working. All right, welcome to the live stream. Let me put this out on Discord too. All right, and we are live on YouTube. Thanks for joining in. We got 350 plus gold packs, Compendium of Rathe, that we're gonna open. Most are for me, some are for other people. These packs are for sale. If you want anything that I open, feel free to message me on Discord. If you want a sealed pack, we still have some sealed packs available, $50 a pack. If you want me to open it, I can open it on stream for you. I can either send you the hits, or we can meet up at Nationals or Pro Tour and give you anything that you open out of it. But yeah, for the most part, these are all my packs. Message me on Discord if you are interested in buying any packs. The Discord is in the description below, at Righteous Gaming. That's all it is. Also, before I start, I want to give a shout out. We got a couple new things coming for the channel. Or for the booth at tournaments. We got a new playmat, Righteous Gaming playmat. This art was done by one of the fab artists, Thomas, and he signed it right here for me. And it's done exclusively for Righteous Gaming, so if you guys are interested, we'll be selling them at Nationals and Pro Tour. We also have new shirts. We have new merch coming out. Our new slogan, Play Righteous. We'll be selling those shirts and hoodies at Nationals and Vegas as well. So before I start, I just wanted to say I apologize for any lag or anything in the stream that doesn't go. It's my first time streaming, so I just wanted to show you guys a bunch of packs that I was wanting to open. So if things are a little crooked or sideways, we do what we had to do. We were a little late on the stream because we have just a makeshift stream set up next to us that's filming from the side of us right here. So if it's kind of like off, that's kind of why. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open some of these packs. So I wanted to talk about Compendium of Rathe for a little bit, and then I want to talk about Omens. But first, I want to talk about Compendium of Rathe. Compendium of Rathe was a great set, and I think it has a lot going for it still. The EV of the set is still pretty high when you factor in the gold packs. I heard there's a lot of distribution still, and maybe some of the game stores. So if you can find these boxes anywhere under $100, I'd say it's a pretty good buy right now for Compendium of Rathe. You can hold it long term. I think the value will hold pretty decent on it because of the gold packs. But I also think that they're a good open. It has staples in there that every player needs, and there's just a lot of good stuff in it. So I know that the reason why I wanted to open so many boxes is because we've gone to a couple events recently. We've gone to Brazil. We've gone to the world premiere in Prague, and so we've sold out of a lot of our staples. You know, Tunic, Command and Conquer, E-Strikes. Basically, 2 in a row. That's gross. Basically, we've sold out of most of our stock of staples. So the generic ones, the ones that come in legendary. And so I wanted to open some more boxes so I could get more. Hey, there we go. That's our first decent hit. We got a cold foil Ripple Away. Nice. I know someone who wants this, so this one's already claimed, but that's a good hit. Let's put it right there. It's good. Better than a cold foil one of these guys. Yeah, we've sold out of a lot of our stock of staples. The players in Brazil basically cleaned me out of a lot of Whoa, look at that. Back to back. Cold foil Gorganian Tome. That's a pretty card. It's one of my favorite arts in the game. Gorganian Tome is. And I love the playmat of it. I mean, card means a lot to me. And so, oh no. So that's a good hit. Back to back. Cold foils. Not bad. You can't see those. Alright. But yeah, in Brazil, they kind of wiped me out of all my stocks of staples. So I had to stock up, and this is one of the easiest ways I knew how, was just to buy a bunch of Compendium of Rathe, open a bunch of packs, and grab them. Alright, so far, nothing, no EA Legendaries, no Fables, no E-Strike. Yeah, that's what we're after, is the E-Strike and Tunic is what we want. Another regular Gorganian Tome there. So I thought, yeah, why not open Compendium of Rathe? It's a good set to open. The main boxes aren't that great. I mean, there's a bunch of Marvels in them, but the Marvels aren't holding that great a value, which is fine because they're just young heroes. What's wrong with Rusted Relic? The dollar sign in front of it is what's wrong with Rusted Relic. It's a fine card, but hey, there you go, Ripple Away. Probably one of the top 3 Majestics in the gold packs that you can find. Put that there though. But yeah, so here I am opening Compendium of Rathe, trying to get some singles, stock up for nationals, and trying to enjoy myself on these gold pack openings. These gold packs are going for like $50 on TCG Player. And I was gonna put some in my booth at nationals for $50 as well. Golly. And so if y'all want some, just message me. I'll be selling for $50. And yeah, I can open some for you. We have a couple people that have reached out to buy some, so we'll have their packs at the end. But first, we're just getting destroyed over here. We got 2 cold foils, which is fine. How many packs are we in now? 10, 12, 14 packs so far. That's not terrible. I mean, the pull rates of the legendaries are what, 1 in 20 is what I've calculated. The fables are 1 in 40. So we're due for a legendary any pack now, right? Alright. Tenacity. Definitely getting the full set of the art cards. I'm good. That's one of the things I'm most excited about, actually, is the art cards are like selling. Hey, weakest link. That's good. Art cards are like selling for a decent amount right now. At a vendor booth, I can get anywhere from $3 to $5 a card. If I get like a full set, I can sell the set for $50. And so already there's like $5 built into the cost of the card for us, and then $2 for the common on average. And so we're already have a baseline of $5 to $7 for just like a base value plus the majestic or whatever. So not terrible for a baseline value of the packs. That pack was terrible, but that's all right. We haven't got many middle art cards either. So hey, there we go. It's our first hit. Come on, Tunic. And so the Compendium of Rathe gold packs, if you haven't opened many of them, the backs of all the packs have a puzzle piece on them. However, sometimes we'll get a back to that looks like a normal Flesh and Blood card, and that means you've hit a legendary. The E-Strike, I believe, I haven't hit one yet, but I believe is in the second slot. And the Fables are in the second slot too. So the only thing that this could be is a legendary. So that's our first one. We gotta slow roll it. This round's on me. Come on, Tunic. Hey, Shelter, that's not bad. That's not bad. We take Shelter all day. There's our first one. Our first legendary. See, I told you we're at 1 in 20 packs. 5, 10, 15, 8. There's a 19th pack. See? Right on cue. Right on cue. Alright, E-Strike is in the middle. Think set 20 will be returned to good fab and get us back on track? Nah, I think so. From what I've heard, this card went crazy. This card used to be like $2 all day. Now it's like $15. What I've heard is that set 20 is going to be the start of Fab 4.0. So we've had 3 different blocks of Fab so far. We've had Welcome to Rathe up through Everfest, I believe is what it was. Once we started Uprising, they introduced Marvels and put some of the Chase in the set. So that was Welcome to Rathe through Everfest. That was Fab 1.0. Then they came out with an article that said Fab 2.0, we're going to do things different, starting with Uprising. And so that's kind of that block. You know, they were still new, trying to figure out what was all in the packs. They didn't have much hits in the packs. And so then they started doing Marvels. So that was like Fab 2.0, or Fab 1.0, and then to transition to 2.0. The next block, Fab 2.0, introduced Marvels, a little bit more Chase in the packs, and they didn't do a ton of expansion sets, but they introduced new things. They introduced new classes, Assassin, expanding the different lore of the game. Ooh, we got a middle piece. Middle piece, 1 of 3. An eye. Beautiful, beautiful. I know people are using these as like proxies. These are selling on TCG Player for like $20, $25. That's crazy. Nice proxy for an eye there. But then Fab 3.0 started with Heavy Hitters. So Heavy Hitters was the first set to introduce, second set technically, to introduce an expansion slot. They were trying to get rid of supplemental sets, which is what Compendium is. Not get rid of them, but do them a lot less frequently. And so that started Fab 3.0. And so with Heavy Hitters. And so we've been in that block for a couple years now. And so what I heard is that this next set, set 20, presumed to be a Monarch set, is starting Fab 4.0. They're going to do some things different. And I heard that we might be able to return to like a block format where there's like multiple sets that kind of fit a similar theme back to back, or something else with the block format. And so Omens is kind of a hinting at things to come. And I think that set 20 is going to be a pretty big deal in the Flesh and Blood world. And so Worlds Beyond, not like Magic, of course, but my wife thinks that there's going to be an underwater set coming soon. She's seen some of the art, especially with like the eye here, some of the art in the most recent set, Omens. And she thinks there's going to be an underwater set soon, which is pretty cool. I like that idea. All right, what do we got here? Another eye. All right. Hey, look at that! Same pack. This is our first Fable. We got an eye and an eye in the same pack. That's awesome. That's a wonderful hit. So I said about 1 in 40 packs for the Fables. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's pack 30. So that's right on cue. Right on cue. Hitting our pull rate's pretty good. So as long as we can hit a Fable in every 40 and a Legendary in every 20, I think we're doing all right. The cold foils I have found to be 1 in 10 packs, and so we'll see if that continues to be true as well. So maybe I can, working over here, maybe I can put these. Oh yeah, see, my camera angle makes the eye look small compared to this giant eye over here. That's hilarious. All right. So we can see Return to High Seas. You know, putting an underwater set in a high seas theme, I think that's pretty cool. There's a lot. I mean, the more unique sets that they come out with for Flesh and Blood. Hey, cold foil sensor. We've been doing good on our cold foils today. All right. The more unique new sets that they do, like High Seas, like Mistveil, when they introduce new talents, the more time it takes to get to each one. You know, people have been craving a Monarch set for a while. People, you know, Mistveil has to come eventually. There's just a lot of exploration in the world that they have to get to. And so it might be a while on that. Hey, look at that! Another Legendary. Come on, Tunic. Come on, Tunic, I need one. Call to the Grave. Got you. You thought that was going to be the hit. Hey, look at that. Woo! Nice. Second best hit in the set. Wow, there's a Tunic. Is that good? Pretty good centering on that. No dings on the back, like Compendium or like Omens. All right, well, I'll just put that right there. Oh, my banner's covering it. What the heck? Why did we put a banner on this? All right, look at that. I can always move this over. See, that's about 40 packs in. We've hit 2 legendaries and 1 fable. That's about the pull rate that I was expecting. We're missing a cold foil majestic, but hey, with these hits, I'm not complaining at all. So yeah, we got Fab 4.0 coming soon. I mean, everyone knows it's going to be Shadow. I mean, they basically told us. IAR, do you have any ideas? Do you guys have any ideas for what IAR could be? Because I am not sure. Yeah. Maybe Aerithel, however you say that. IAR, that's Aerithel. That could be, and it could be like an all Shadow, all Shadow, all maybe Chaos, Shadow Chaos set. Hold on a sec. Sorry. Oh my gosh. See, I'm new to this stream here. Came up again recently. I don't know what's going on. You remember how to get to it? My wife's here. She helped set up the stream, so she's figuring this out. In the meantime, here we go. Seduce Secret. It's our first one of those today. We're playing around with this. Alright, we got another legendary over here. I'll hold that one for you guys. I'll hold that one for you guys.
I think I'm gonna try to turn it off and turn it back on.
The phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, there you go. Alright, there's my messy desk and it's not zoomed in. And we're just gonna deal with that. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, next legendary. Remembrance? Hey, balance. That's nice. As long as we don't hit like a Stonewall Gauntlet, I'm fine, you know what I mean? Dude, we need a new Lexi, huh? I thought that was like pretty funny to see all the players like expecting to have ice come back and then they just like didn't do ice. That was pretty funny. Alright, so far we're ahead on legendaries, ahead of the rate, so that's good. I opened a few packs also when I got the boxes. I hadn't hit a legendary yet out of like 10-15 packs, so I was behind a bit. I think I'm caught up now. Invasion of Aerithel, that's a good guess. And IR couldn't be the set name. You're right, it could be a future set name. Maybe they're just messing with it. I don't know what they're doing, but we do know that Shadow is coming back, and so that's pretty exciting. I know there's a lot of people that really like Shadow talent. There's a chance there won't be any light heroes in it. Got Riches art card. Hey, Cold Foil Seduce Secret. That's not bad. It's not bad. Unlike it was the eye pack, we got the full art eye in it. I was hoping for a Riches in that pack, but yeah. And so IR could be something totally different. Sham, you're right. Evo was Bright Lights. You know, Ellie was Tails for Elemental. So it could be something like that. Aerithel, IARs could be Aerithel, and the set could be all Shadow. You know, that's personally that's where I'm leaning towards. I wasn't thinking that it was gonna be all shadow, but now I think that's kind of where I'm at now after seeing all the rune chants and the hero in the packs. Definitely leaning towards just shadow or shadow chaos. You know, if it's true that they're gonna go do blocks now, you know, we have a shadow set, a light set, and then like a war set, a fighting set. But yeah, anything could happen, you know. But this is definitely going to be there's a lot riding on this set. You know what I mean? There's going to be a make or break set. You know, this set. We've had, you know, not duds, but sets that people were less excited about. You know, it's Super Slam going to Compendium, which why Compendium came there, I think, is a different topic. But then we had Omens after Compendium, which is a fun for a lot of people. A lot of people have had their hype and their enjoyment of Fab come back. I've talked to players that they're like, yeah, I got excited about Fab again because I'm playing one of the 3 new heroes. So I think that's really good for the game and for the set. But I think that this next set, there's a lot riding on. There's a lot of players that are just kind of waiting to see right now what'll happen with the next set. And so I think that they can't really afford to have another dud set like Super Slam. They have to really hit hard. Also, I think this is also going to be one of the first sets that has come out that have had. So LSS has hired a lot of people recently. They've hired professional players. Ooh, cold foil Midas Touch. Look at that. That's pretty good. That's 5 cold foils now, all pretty decent ones. I'm pretty excited about that. But they've hired some new people. They've hired some. Oh my gosh, what is going on with that? They've hired some players, some testers to work on the limited, to work on the sets, to work on the design. Another cold foil Seduce Secrets. Alright. Not bad. I think that it's going to start showing itself in the next set. So. Oh, you like that Marvel E-Strike in the background? I kind of had to throw it back there to kind of, you know, bring the E-Strike. You know, in fact, I'm not going to grab it. There's a lot of stuff back there. But we gotta rub it. We gotta rub it. Try to call the E-Strike in. Alright. We rubbed it. Alright, E-Strike. Oh, didn't work. Maybe soon. Maybe soon. I've yet to open an E-Strike. I've opened probably 300 packs total now. Not today in the stream, but 300 packs total. Yes, I'm using a phone camera for my desk cam. My first time streaming. I wasn't planning on streaming. Another cold foil Midas Touch. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I wasn't planning on, you know, doing any sort of live videos. All I do is just sit in front of the camera and talk. I don't really do a whole lot, but my wife and a couple friends, hey, you should, if you're gonna open that much Compendium, you really should. Got it, riches. All right. You really should live stream it so people can watch. I'm sure that's something people would watch. I'm like, yeah, I think so too. So just kind of dummied something up. Have my phone on a tripod, and it connects with OBS on the app, and you can have two. You can have your Mac webcam going. You have your phone that connects to each other. All right, so that's the first 50 packs. First 50 packs that we opened, and we got an eye, 3 legendaries, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cold foils. That's really good. 1/6 of the way done for my packs anyway. That's like what? So let's calculate like a little bit of the EV. We got $50 a pack, 50 packs, 2,500. We got 1,000 for, that's about 2,000 right there. Yeah, no, not bad. Say we got more than the 50 is is worth. So I think that's pretty good. Yeah, food trend. You're probably right. I think my phone's going to sleep, which is weird because I have it on do not go to sleep with a screen not to turn off. I don't know. All right, here we go. Next legendary. Next legendary. Please no Stonewall. Let's give me another Tunic. All right, we got a cold foil rusted relic right before the legendary, huh? All right. Yeah. All right. That's number 2. Number 2, Nick. All right. That's a pretty good one. Looks good. Looks good. Right behind this bugger right here. All right. Here we go. Let's get some more. Let's get some more luck going. We got that. We got to get that E strike though. All right, Mr. E strike. All right, Mr. E strike. All right, we got another art card back here. Got another eye. That means we hit an eye, right? No, not quite. Lands of Lumoria. We are not coming to Canadian Nationals, unfortunately. Not a big enough tournament for us to make it worth the time and investment to go. The only Nationals we're going to is U.S. Nationals. I'd consider going to Brazilian Nationals, but they kind of wipe me out, so I don't really have much left in the way of stock for them. So it's kind of how it is. But we got Nationals coming up next weekend. We got Pro Tour coming up, and after that we got calling Kansas City, maybe Hamburg. I might go to Hamburg. We went last year and it was a pretty good event, so we might go to that one. But definitely Nationals and Pro Tours that we're confirmed for. But yeah, like I said earlier at the beginning of the video, all these cards are for sale. I might keep a Tunic, but at this point I have an extra one, so we might be able to come to a deal for some of these. Or they'll be for sale at the booth at Nationals. Send me a message if you want to buy anything. Himmel. All right, $10 to Himmel. I didn't even know you could do that, so appreciate you, bro. Himmel's runs Hammurabi TCG, who sells playsets on release. He is actually getting into vending. I heard he might be coming up to vend an event soon. So that's pretty exciting. But he's just one of the staples, one of the pillars in the FAD community. And so if you haven't bought anything from Himmel, then what are you doing? Cold foil, that all you got. Right on cue. About 10 packs after the previous one. And so we're doing all right. But check my message. We got one message. We got, after this, we have 2 people who have bought packs that want to see some packs open for them. So after we're done with mine, then we'll go ahead and do that. Man, no use strike yet. Calling CDMX. Is that Mexico? I wonder. Probably not. I was talking to my wife about that one. I haven't decided. I don't really want to go to Mexico and sell stuff, considering the relations. I might go and play. And so if any players from Mexico want to go to that calling and want to buy anything, I can like bring it for you. But I don't think I'm gonna be like an official vendor there. I might go and play though, because I do like playing. I miss playing. Three E strikes. You gotta get one first. I think I had 3 at one point, but I traded them away actually for a bunch of promos and whatnot, CDMX. That's Mexico City, right? I don't know what that acronym is. Let me just double check. Yeah, Mexico City. Why is it called CDMX? Spanish version of it. All right, learn something new every day. I think I'm gonna go and play though. So, if oh, yes, yes. All right. Why is this not double-sided? Should probably put sleeves on all of these, but where am I putting this? Alright, let's go ahead and get sleeves on all these guys. First one, I think I'm going to hold on to that guy. I don't, like, you know when you get to the point where you have a card and it's just like so expensive that like you want to keep it, but then like, you know, like you want to sell it too. I don't know, maybe I keep that one for a while, my first one. Glad that these packs have been good to me because, man, those Omens packs, not good to me. I didn't hit any of that Shadow Hero. I opened 2 gates and no Shadow Hero. It's just crazy. Alright. Mexico City, yeah. I'd love to go. I'd love to visit. You know, I'd love to see a part of Mexico that isn't like the tourist areas that all the Americans go to. So maybe we'll go and play. Have some fun, bring some pre-orders for people. But, I mean, if I'm talking about going to Calling Mexico and then I open like an E-Strike, that's kind of like my sign to go, right? I guess I should probably just go. I don't know. You got to convince my wife in the chat to let me go, why I should go. Alright. Woo! Couple packs later, we got another legendary. Alright. No stone wall, no stone wall. Alright! Not bad. Man. We are hitting the ringer today. There we go. I got my sleeves out and everything. Alright, we're not even 100 packs in. That's an E-Strike, an I, 5 legendaries, and a bunch of cold foils. Alright, we're doing alright. Alright, so, yeah, so that's kind of our travel schedule coming up. See, babe, they're telling me to go to Mexico. I will have to play them if I get 3 of them. I will do that. Alright, cold foil Call to the Grave. Look at that. We are like hitting the good ones on the cold foils. Oh, well, except that guy. But the rest of them are pretty good. Another legendary. Look at that. We are not even to pack 100 yet. Has anyone opened up a Fable legendary pack? Like one with a Fable or an E-Strike here and a legendary? That'd be insane. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Dodging the gauntlet. Dodging, we don't have one of these yet. Let's go into my boy Dan on my team. He was looking for some CNCs. Alright. Well, Sham, the Mexico calling is not going to be till November, I think, after Worlds. So, should be pretty good. Pretty nice about that time. Alright, what to talk about now? Himmel had an eye tunic pack. That's pretty crazy. Of course you did, though. Of course you did. That'd be cool. Well, let's get a Fable legendary pack. That'd be pretty cool. Alright. expect us to go on a dry run soon because we've hit absolute fire for the first 100 packs. All right, weakest link. We haven't seen too many of those yet. 3 packs left for the first 100. We should have hit another. Fable by now. 1 in 40. I'm not complaining, of course, but we should have hit another one. All right. There we go. I'm due for a bad one, ain't I? Not bad. Not bad. All right, 2 packs left for the 100. Another shelter. We got 1 more for a playset. 1 more for a playset. All right. It's gonna be heart, eye, or riches. We haven't seen any heart middles yet. Let's go for a heart. There you go. Yeah. 1 in 3 chance. Man. Sometimes your packs are just not good. Sometimes they're just good. All right, Nate, I see how it goes. 15-second. All right, so let me tell you a story about San Diego. That wasn't even our first 100 yet. We're still another stack for our first 100. How many packs is that? That's crazy. That is crazy. $50. 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 20. That's only 75 packs. Holy cow. 75 packs. All right, so let me tell you a little bit of a story about Nathan Crawford and I, our friend Joe. So we were at the Calling San Diego. Ooh, gold foil tone. That's not bad. Calling San Diego this year. And we were out exploring the city one of the nights. And our hotel was about less than a mile away. Like, you could see it from where we were. 6 blocks away, maybe. Not that far at all. All right. We're definitely due for a bad one now. I'm telling you. Amnesia, that comes up a lot with these legendaries. Right in the middle of my story. All right. That's 3. That's number 3. This makes me wish I hadn't sold the rest of mine to Shane. Alright, that's so hot. Look at that. Golly. Cool. Alright, so we're in San Diego. And we wanted to go back to the hotel. This camera. Cool. So we're in San Diego and we're going back to the hotel, and we saw these like little golf carts with Christmas lights on them, bad music. That's pretty excited. It was pretty exciting. So I said, oh, let's jump in. Let's take a ride back to our hotel. Apparently these guys give like 30-minute tours of the city, but we didn't want a 30-minute tour. We just wanted to get a ride back to the hotel. And so we hopped in. About halfway through, I noticed a sign on it, and it said like $40 a person. Any ride, flat fee, $40 a person. I was like, oh my gosh. It's like we all just jumped in this golf cart to go 6 blocks. It's going to cost me $120. That is ridiculous. Cold foil Ripple. All right, that's a good one too. Is that our first booby card? I think so. I haven't been keeping track. Does anyone have a boob counter on the chat? That is like our first one. Cold foil Ripple. So we oh my god. So we spent $120. Well, the guy heard us complaining about it in the back, and he's like, when we got out, he's like, okay, just $80, just $80. I'm like, great, thanks for the deal. You know what I mean? Man, took me forever to tell that story. I gotta chat somewhere. I gotta look at this chat. Oh man, I'm not really used to this whole chat, live chat thing. Give me a second, guys. E-Strike. How much did I spend? Can't tell you, but I can tell you that I had to buy the boxes with it. I didn't just buy the gold pack single. I had to suffer through all the boxes. L and 10 packs. Well, that's great, Himmel. Thanks. That makes me feel a lot better, because when I opened them before, I opened 1 in 20, and so 1 in 10 is great. Can I go 100 without a gauntlet? Probably. See if I can get some more tunics. That'd be great. How do I feel about upcharging for Pen? It's a premium product, but it's a budget format. It's terrible gold pack pull rates. Well, honestly, Pen has like one of the highest box EVs right now of any set. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. EV of a box is like $95. So, it isn't like, it's like one of the best ones of Fab so far. So, if you can buy a box for MSRP, what, 120, 130, and make back like 70% of it, and on average on the box, like that's a pretty good box. There is a bunch of special stuff in it, but like it wasn't marketed as the box that people open for fun. You know, they marketed it as the box like you can get your singles from. And that's what I was telling everyone. It's just a buy singles set. And so that's what Compendium is for. Buying singles, getting playsets you need. People who make playsets, like Himmel, do a good job of opening enough boxes so you don't have to. You know, if you want, Compendium was great because you only needed a few Majestics and some commons and rares, and like you were set. So yes, it was a premium product, but like it wasn't designed to be mass opened by players. It was designed for, you know, a fun chase, get more singles out there of the cards that was needed, and then give collectors something. I mean, E-Strike, new Fables, new extended art legendaries. Like those are some things that give chase to the product and to give collectors and give players things to collect. And so I think it did its job. I mean, some of the reprints didn't make the prices of these legendaries, Majestics, legendaries, go down a whole lot, but more supply made it to the market and prevented them from going higher. So I think it was a win. I think it was a win product. Now the timing of it wasn't that great, but we're past it now, so we're good there. I am glad to have this on stream. That is good. You know, Flesh and Blood's a great game, and it's going to be around for a long time. But someday, we will all be done with the game. Whether by our choice, not our choice, LSS's choice if they close it down, if your wife makes you sell your cards, you know, a lot of things that could happen. But at the end of the day, like doing videos like this, these aren't going to go away. It's going to be really exciting to look back on your life like 30, 40 years down the road and relive your experience opening these packs again. You know, maybe this E-Strike is 10 grand and maybe it's worthless because the game isn't around anymore. But you know, in this moment, it's worth about $1,500. And in this moment, $1,500 is a lot in the US. You know, maybe in 30 years, $1,500 won't be a lot, but right now it is. You know, it's for us, it's most of our rent for a month. You know, and most of America covers rent. You know, where I used to live in Kansas, it would cover 2-3 months rent in some places. All right, here we go. Another legendary. Dodge the gauntlet. Dodge the gauntlet. Can we go 100 and dodge the gauntlet? We can. All right, not a bad one. So we're missing gauntlet. We're missing quick dodge flexors. Missing. There's 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gauntlet, flexors, Providence. Providence. That's what we're missing. All right. Dude, Nate is never gonna let me live it down. That ride was 45 seconds, and we spent like $80 on it. It was cool. I mean, we got a picture of it. Back to back. All right. No gauntlet. No gauntlet. No whammies. No whammies. Big money. All right. Sweet. Big Macs. $1,500 in Big Macs. What is that? Divided by 5? Still on the calculator can do that. 75? Yeah, 75 Big Macs. So that's a lot. Cases on TCG Player are $340. Pockets Fab, are you talking about Compendium? Or are you talking about Omens at $340? It's at $340 for Compendium. That's like EV's like $95. Probably more actually than with these pulls, honestly. But I mean, EV's like really good on the set, so that might be a buy, honestly. Man, we haven't hit another Fable yet. Hey, add 2 to the counter if anyone's keeping track. Alright, Anna, one more E-Strike. You say that like it's likely. It is unlikely. It was actually unlikely in 300 packs. Well, odds are I was over 50-50, I think. I was about, Himmel can check me if I'm wrong, 60% chance to get an E-Strike today. The fact that we got one so soon, maybe there's another chance. You know, in 200 more packs, it's about another 40% chance if you look at it. Hey, cold foil remembrance. We're doing great on our cold foil hits today. That's great. 1 in 10 packs. Well, I still don't believe you, but we'll see how the next 100 goes. $82.50. So sales tax and everything. I mean, you're hitting right around EV. So like, if you want to open a bunch of Compendium, make your money back, get some of the singles. Let's set that there until we're done with 100. Get some of your singles back. Sell the rest. I think that's pretty good. So I think Compendium was a win, honestly. Looking back on it, a lot of people were like pretty dooming about it. They're still dooming about Pen, but honestly, it was good. It was good. Yeah, if you can if you know who that seller is that has the pen cases on TCG Player, sometimes you can actually reach out to them. You know, you can message their store, find them online, message them, say, hey, $75 a case. I'll PayPal you. Avoid the fees, avoid the taxes. I think that's a good deal, a pretty good deal. All right, we got one more legendary for the first 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll say 1 in 10. Well, we're getting slightly better with this one. All right, another balance. Day of the balance. Oh, that's 4th balance. Dodging that Stonewall. We did dodge a Stonewall in the first 100 packs. All right, first 100 packs. That's good. That's good, I think. Yes, of course that's good. We need another Fable, though. We need some Fables. Let's get some Fables next time. Next 100, rub the E-Strike. All right. Here we go. Oh, you can see my face. That's pretty funny. Odds on the E-Strike Gustavo. I heard there's like 1 in 500 packs. 1 in 500. But who knows? Who's really opening that many packs to find out the pull rate? Well, I know someone. But Himmel, you bring your own gold packs and I'll bring my own gold packs and we can pack war. How about that? I'm pretty confident in mine right now. I'm only planning on bringing a few. I wanted to be like the YouTube video that had the most opened, so that's why I decided to open all of them. Turns out it's probably a pretty good decision. So let's get some of these out of here. All right. Well, 1/3 of the way done. You guys have anything you want to talk about? Any questions? Anna, I miss you. I thought that was the E-strike popping out. I'm not gonna lie, I really did. That's number 3 on the count, I think. If anyone's keeping track, I think just me. Yeah, we just did Vended in Prague. We just went to World Premiere Prague, and I had my friend Jeremiah, who you might have seen on the stream, or on the channel, and then his wife came, Anna, and that was a great time. She got to experience her first ever Flesh and Blood event. She played in the world premiere, and she was able to see where Jeremiah goes on the weekends, you know, because like you can try to explain a Flesh and Blood event to your wife, but until she really goes, she has no idea what you're doing. You know, you're just gone for the weekend with your friends. That's kind of how it was with my wife's parents. You know, I told them what I wanted to do. I wanted to sell Flesh and Blood cards. I wanted to sell cardboard. And they said, "What are you doing? And like, how are you going to make money on it?" And I was like, you know, I'm just going to do it. And so I did it for a couple of years, and they saw that I was able to support us doing it. And then they were able to go to their first Flesh and Blood event last year, I believe. And then it clicked for them. You know, I remember her dad came to the booth and was behind the booth selling cards, and he was enjoying himself. And you know, the first person that walked up to my booth and bought like a $500 card and just handed me 500s, he's like, huh. And now he's all in. I'm telling you, we're making our own product right now to help vendors. We're competing with Card Max. We're doing like little display stands for your booth, and so that'll go live soon. If you guys need any display stands for your booth, just let me know and I'll send you the link. The website's not done yet. We're still producing right now, but if you are interested, let me know. Actually, this might be a good time to show you guys. Do I have any handy? Alright, none handy right now, but little display stands that like sit in your booth. So we're actually in the process of making those right now to help out other vendors. And so that's pretty exciting. And he's 3D printing a lot of them. So it's just turning into like a family affair now, which is pretty cool. Sometimes you see my wife at events. We just had a baby last year, so baby has come to an event or two as well. And she loves cards. She loves taking a stack of cards and just throwing them everywhere, and she tries to eat them, which is really funny. But yeah, it's just a whole family affair now. So we're hoping to open up a store in the next couple years. An actual LGS right now, we don't have an LGS, but we're hoping to open one up. So, yep. Biggest link. Haven't hit that in a while. Alright, we need a Fable. We need like a Riches or something. Phone's doing something up there, but I know you guys are. That's 2 in a row. Is that 5 now? I know that you guys are Flesh and Blood players are very nice and very forgiving when it comes to my videos and my streams. You know, I'm not the most professional streamer, but you guys just like to see the packs being opened, right? So I figured it wasn't gonna be too bad. Omen's release. We can talk about Omen's release. I think it's good. You know, before I haven't put out a video recently with my thoughts about Omens, but I can just talk about it now. My thoughts about Omens is I think it's a fine set. You know, it's not going to be some sort of best set ever of all time for Fab. But it's not going to be one of the worst, you know. I think it'll be similar in reception to like Mistveil. You know, Mistveil is a very endeared set. Some people didn't really like it. The heroes might have been overpowered, but I think people liked it just fine with Cold Foil Midas Touch. Alright. And the legacy that Mistveil had on Fab was good. And so I think we can compare it similarly to Omens. Omens has one hero that everyone just loves, is just Ziggy. One hero that is everyone loves as well, which is Aurora, but doesn't love as much. And then you have Acilio, which a lot of players I know are like really having fun playing Acilio right now. Having fun brewing with him, building decks. And so I think all these heroes are fun to play and they're interesting. Whether they're going to have meta impact, I'm not sure. I'm hearing that maybe some of them might be pretty good, a lot better than people think. But like, isn't that how it always goes on release? Is that people think that the heroes suck and then Gravy Bones top 8s the U.S. Nationals or the calling, you know? Like, it's just sometimes you can't listen to the noise because the noise is often wrong. Sometimes it's right, but a lot of times it's not. And so opening it, I can say that opening Omens was like one of the most fun opens that I've had in a while. You know, I've opened Compendium, I've opened Super Slam, and then High Seas, and honestly, Omens was like really fun to open. You know, seeing the Rune Chants, the Marvels, and lots of extended art Majestics. You know, half the Majestics it seems are in cold foil or extended art, which is really cool. I like that they did that. You know, they may be too much in the future if they just keep cold foiling all of them. Like, if imagine a set where all of the Majestics were cold foil, might not go too well. They might just be similar in price to just rainbow foils then, which don't have much of a premium. But for now, it's working. You know, the good ones are going to command $60, $70. The bad ones will be around 20. And so I think that's really good. I think it's going to be a sleeper set, underrated set. You know, it's probably not going to see many people open it. But like down the road, not people are going to open it that much down the road, but I think it'll be fine. Have I not hit a legendary recently? Yeah, that's like 25. That was like 20 packs, no legendary. See Himmel, not 1 in 10. And see Shane, saving some stuff for you. Let's go riches. It's a heart. I don't know what's going on the stream, but you guys are nice. How much Omens did you open for 2 gates? I opened, should I say, 600 boxes, I think. 150 cases. 2 gates, 0 heroes. Rune Chants is about 40-ish. I calculated the Rune Chant pull rate to about 1 in 20. And Cold Foil Majestics are like 2 per case. Marvels are slightly less than 1 per case. Yeah, it's probably all that people care about. But yeah, I think the Omens is going to do well. Trip to Brazil Gustavo was amazing. We love going to Brazil. Like, if you guys are like players that are like watching this and y'all want to like go on a trip somewhere for a Flesh and Blood event, like go to Brazil. It was really cool. My wife went with me this time. It was actually on our anniversary. We love the food. The people are very, very nice. And it's just a very cool trip. Oh, so my wife's name is Marissa with one S. And we were walking down the streets in Brazil on Paulista Avenue. And there's a store, like a department store there called Marissa. And spelled the same way and everything. And so obviously had to stop in. And she bought some clothes. And so now I like to say that she likes her clothes so much she put her name on it. Because her name's on it. So that's pretty funny. But yeah, we love Brazil. Do I sell Righteous Gaming shirts? Yes. I don't really have tall sizes though, but we have standard sizes: small, medium, large, XL, 2X. I think we ordered 3Xs as well. They're going to be on sale at Nationals in the Pro Tour. Play Righteous. We just made them. We have hoodies as well, and so if you guys are interested, we're going to be selling them there. I haven't nailed down a final price yet. Nothing too bad, you know, somewhere in the 20s, 20, 25. Hoodies will be 40 to 50, something like that. But yeah, if you all want to rep the brand, the merch, that's pretty cool. First time we've got merch for the public. You know, other vendors have merch, and I wanted merch too. So that's what we did. All right, what else we got here? How do you get all those Antiquity packs? By buying lots of boxes. Can I have a tunic? Yes, $100 or $1,000, not $100. $1,000. Getting you through work, I appreciate it. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. Fab videos get me through work as well. So, but my work is fab, so I count watching videos as work hours. I don't know if you guys do or not, but I do. Yeah. Doubt. I think that's exactly the thought I'll have about Omens. Oh, cool, nice. That was neat. You know, that set was neat. Alright, finally. It's been what, 30 packs now without a legendary? This has to be a gauntlet, right? Hold the line. And another shelter. Alright, we got our playset of shelters. There we go. Avoiding the gauntlet. Alright. Cool. Cool. So I'm still trying to catch up on this chat. Omens does seem different, Matt. I think that's mainly because people's expectations were completely different than what we received. You know, if people's expectations was an all lightning set, I don't think that the doom online would have been that much, you know what I mean? However, people were expecting ice, they were expecting ice lightning. I don't know what they were expecting, honestly, but I think that's marketing, that's a hype for the set, you know, just like, tell us what the set's gonna be. You don't have to, gosh dang it, tell us what the set's gonna be. You don't have to tell us anything in it. Just be like, hey, lightning's coming. I mean, but this set they did, there's shadow's coming, you know, so that's really cool. I think if they did that more, that'd be cool. I understand the product hype cycles, the release cycles. You know, every set that comes out, they don't announce the new set for another 3 to 4 weeks. So expect the next set to be announced into June, you know, before the Pro Tour. We'll give a little teaser video probably into June or early July, and then Pro Tour will get the big product announcement. I like that they do that because they like let the hype die down a little bit for the previous set to then let the hype for the new set build. So I definitely understand why they do that. Other games, they kind of release sets in advance. Like Magic it gives you like a whole year roadmap, product roadmap. They're constantly coming out with new sets, and so it can be hard for other games like Magic to Cultural Truce, first one. Yep. To maintain hype throughout every release. But there's so many players that doesn't really matter. But Flesh and Blood, the alternative is to announce sets before another set comes out. So what they're afraid of is releasing a set and then having people wait and not buy the set because they're excited about the next set, you know. And for a small game like Flesh, hey, there we go. There we go. First riches. All right, it's been a while since we opened a Fable. Here we go. Man, it's been a while. I can't complain though. I am not complaining this stream. I've done what I needed to do. All right, let's just put right here. All right, riches. I need a heart. But those are the good ones, right? Those are the best ones. But yeah. So the downside of having a release cycle like this is that people don't know what to expect in the future, and so people start guessing, and that can lead to false predictions online, like with what we saw with Omens, and people getting excited for something that's not coming. You know what I mean? And so I just think it's an inevitable downside to have hype build for a set, and then people be like, not really the set for me, because they were hoping for something different, you know. So I just think that's just what we have to deal with. But at least for this set, they said, oh, Shadow's coming. I mean, set 20 has been their worst kept secret for forever, for a year now. That we knew set 20 was going to be big, that Monarch was coming back, Shadow was coming back, so it doesn't bother me. But of course, I'm not like playing the game all the time like you guys. I'm selling, so I mean every set's different. People enjoy every set differently. What other chats do I need to catch up on? Anna, thanks for the $1. I don't know what I'll do with it, but it's this sentiment, right? Oh my gosh, you guys chat a lot. What the heck? Anna, you can buy a pack, but you're gonna need to send me $49 more. Alright, we're talking about the meta right now. Meta. What do I know about the meta? Not much. See, I sponsor a team so that they can tell me what to think about the meta, so that I can make calculated decisions on what cards I'm going to buy at events, what cards I'm going to hold on to, and what I need to be selling right now. So what have we got? Alright. I don't know if you can hear in the background. My baby's crying right now. It's bedtime. But it's how it goes. Returns release. Yeah, Acilio does still exist. That's sad. And now there's 2 Acilios. But and they had to ban the weapon in the one. I mean, I get the storyline setting up for Omens. I mean, they keep talking about the Third Age and talking about what happened with it. And so it's like the set's just leading up to that. And so the way they're marketing it now, with the set being a preview to set 20, fine. I'm just glad Ziggy's in the set, because Ziggy sells boxes. Ziggy sells cards. Everyone wants to play Ziggy right now, even if Ziggy is not that great, or even Ziggy is great. It's just who Ziggy is has appealed to a lot of players, and to me, that's very exciting. So, I don't have any hard feelings towards this set at all, but I think this set will be quickly forgotten once the next set gets announced. But thankfully, we got Nationals coming up. which is going to help sell the set, which is something that Super Slam did not have going for it. Cold Foil Seduce Secrets. Alright, so that's 150 packs. We're halfway through. Himmel lied to me. We only hit one legendary in this next 50 packs. So puts the pull rate more closer to 1 in 20. However, we're still doing really well. We hit an E-Strike, so that's just going to be the crown jewel. And hit 2 Fables. We should have had another 1 or 2 in there as well. But again, I'm not complaining. I'm just trying to inform about what the pull rates are so people can make informed decisions. All right, next 150. Halfway through my packs before we get to other people's packs. But all right, here we go. Another 150. I'll tell them they'll never release internal testing decks. Okay, Anna, I'll let you buy a pack with your husband's credit. I'll throw it in there at the end. Here. Woo! Take that, Jeremiah. Yo, what up, Justin? Good to see ya. Potato Squad, my favorite team that isn't my own team in the card guys because I sponsored them too. My third favorite team, I guess you could say. I don't think they would be sad at me saying that. Alright, I think I'm finally caught up in the chat, so we're gonna keep ripping. The limited is a lot of fun of Omens. And I'm hearing great things about it. You know, people playing in pre-release and starting to draft already. Like, I know my team loves drafting it, and they're constantly finding new things to play with and explore in the set. So that's really cool. I haven't played limited with it yet. I haven't had time. Been opening packs and working the booth, but I'm hearing great things about Omens, honestly. Shame I did not shuffle the packs. Let's shuffle these, see what happens. I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm opening them all anyway. But second E-Strike. You know what that means? That means we gotta rub it for good luck. Alright, it's coming, right? Second E-Strike is coming. Gotta open a playset of it. Alright. Good thing I'm not like a streamer that cracks packs on whatnot. I'm terrible at this, you know, taking packs off camera and all this stuff. I heard about a guy recently who was a whatnot streamer, and he was opening Pokemon, and he opened up like the chase hit or something, but like took the pack off camera, and then all of a sudden the chase hit wasn't in there. Yeah, that's why I don't really rip packs for people, you know, or like, yeah, I just don't do it much. But these are fun. There's only like 2 cards in it, right? Alright, Potato Squad coming back. I think we're due for a hit now. I don't know, I'm not... Yeah, we're just due for something. We knew we were going to hit a dry spell of the video, right? We knew we were going to have to get over this grind and get over the hump before we were done, so that's okay. Anyone want to buy some art cards or some commons? Oh my gosh. Right. Cold Foil Amnesia. I don't have that one yet, do I? Nope. I could not be a streamer, Himmel. You're too kind. I could be a open packs for myself type of guy. That's all I can do. Pixel Paul, it's your fault. It's all your fault. But please stay. Please stay. Well, I'll just have to make it up to you. I will be in Kansas City. We will have a binder full of art cards. That's something I want to talk about. That's what I want to talk about, is these art cards. Like, not just these, right? Not just these, but like any art cards, like the art cards that come in gym packs, the art cards that come in the tournament packs. People love them. I'll open up people's binders at events, and I'll just see like pages of completed art pictures. And honestly, like, you can see on TCG Play, these art cards are going for like $3 or $4 a card. You know, people are like trying to buy the last 1 or 2 they need for their set because they're getting hard to find. And so, oh, finally, a Stonewall Gauntlet probably. Alright. Still dodging. Yeah, Dan, these are your shelters over here. I'm working on Command and Conquers for you. Justin, I got 1 ripple away so far. 2 ripple aways. Got 1 more coming for you. I believe it. These art cards are like very desirable. You know, like I'll sell the tournament pack ones or these ones for like $5 each at events because people need 1. They're missing their set, or they need 2. Or else you can sell a whole set of them for $30 or so, depending on where they came from, how rare they are, who's on the art, if it's cold foil or not. So it's like they're like really good, and a lot of people cold foil just gloss over the art cards or just kind of throw them in the back, throw them in a binder. But they're like really cool. You know, they used to put them in the packs. Like we opened a case of Rosetta this week, and you're opening the art cards and thinking they're a Marvel in there, but like they're just really cool. You know, they have great binder pages. So it's just really cool. Very underrated. Talk about Mexico City again. Mexico City. What was the abbreviation? CDMX. Let's go. We love Mexico City. All right. Honor, you're locked in. Jeremiah messaged me, told me he wanted to get you a pack for working hard at the booth. So, all right. Another legendary. See, we just had to talk about Mexico. Mexico City. That's all we had to talk about. All right. Hey, Dan, there you go. Number 2. Number 2. Let's get some organization on these. 1 more for you, Dan. All right. Mexico City. Wow, didn't work that time. I don't think you can do it every time. But we tried. Y'all want to hear what my hot take was before these new rune chants dropped, and I'm now on like all shadow heroes for the next set? My hot take for the next set was Shadow Light. Obviously, I thought it was gonna be our first ever Flesh and Blood set where we got 8 heroes. An 8 hero draftable set. What do you guys think about that? You know, like 4 light, 4 shadow. I think that'd be pretty cool. But who knows? Tournament pack card art cards are spiked. That is true. Anna, I will open you a shelter. I will try hard. Well, Archangel, I try to get people. Ooh, might just touch cold foil. That's nice. I try to get people to sell me their art cards from their tournament packs, and no one wants to give them to me. I offer them like $3, $4 for them, and they're like, "Nah, I'd rather keep it." Oh, I have a friend who wants it. Like those tournament pack cards, they're like really hard to get. You know, I try to make offers on people, and they don't like my offers, even if I'm only trying to make a few bucks on them. Like, they're like really desirable, and that's awesome. You know, before we had like just like calling promos, Majestics that turn promos, different like packs and stuff. They've really tried to see what hits, but like these tournament pack cards, thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. They're really cool. But like just like the marvels and the fact that you get them by playing, and like you can open up your tournament pack from playing a tournament, and you can double your money just from the tournament pack. It's insane. You could go sell it sealed for pretty much what you paid for the event. Like, it's just a huge win. You know, like some people can get caught up in kind of the L's that are out there. Ugh, there's a playset of those now. But like, there's a lot of wins that LSS has too. Like these tournament packs, major win. You know what? I should open a couple tournament packs on camera while I'm doing this. Coldfoil and Nisha. You guys want to let me know if you guys want to see a couple tournament pack cards being opened. I think I have a couple sealed packs back there. I'll save them for a rainy day. No audio. Is that just you, Andy, or is that everyone? Ah, that blood enhanced mat. That's a pretty mat. That's a real pretty mat. That's a rare one too. 8 hero draft would be a nightmare, but hey, everyone just drafts a different hero, right? That's all you gotta do. Hard to find out. Hard to find out. No, call the grave. Competitive multiplayer format. Wouldn't it be cool if they could find some way to have every new set also have a multiplayer variant within the set? Or like there's a thematic multiplayer box that comes out with every set. I mean, I guess Smash Palace is kind of like that, but like instead of like in addition to an armory deck, you also get like a UPF box kit. I don't know, maybe I'm just talking about Smash Palace again, but like something, you know what I mean? With every set that comes out, a thematic multiplayer set comes out too. Ooh, there we go. All right. Avoiding the heart, I see. Look at that. I'll be right back. I found something for you guys. Wait, I have another camera. Look at that. All right. If I get one more tunic, I'll open these babies. One more tunic. Maybe that's too much to say. Where should I put it? Here. All right. Eye. Got the eye. Mastery pack. Oh yeah, someone asked me earlier, what do I think the next mastery pack is going to be? I think it'll be Ranger. I have a theory right now. Guardian Mastery Pack came before we got Guardian in the set, right? And then we got like 2 Guardians. Warrior's coming before maybe we get a Warrior. If we get like another light Warrior or something in set 20. The next Mastery Pack, in my opinion, is going to be a Ranger. And maybe we get a Ranger set top of the year next year. I don't know. What do I offer for tournament art cards? $2 or $3 a piece. Sell them for $5. But a lot of times people just want to keep them, and that's okay. Sham, I do not need a giant stack of gym art. Oh, giant gym art cards? Yes. Give me all your art cards. I will take all of them. Yep, let me know what art cards you need for Vincent. I have 4 or 5 of them right now, so I can fill them for you. Prague Duality promos were beautiful. Let me grab a couple of those packs too for you guys. Alright, we'll open some of them too. Audio fine, great. I'm not ripping the pack in half. Win a riches event for Compendium Riches. That's awesome. That's what I want to do for a store, you know, like have the prize be like a good, desirable card that people want. I know that when I open up my store, I'm going to, opening weekend or something, I'm going to host like a massive tournament, buy some couple sealed gold foils, give them out, talk to some players I know, and have them be able to transfer a PTI to top 2 and basically make my own battlegrounds, because I don't think I would be able to get one yet from LSS being a new store. Make my own, have a big celebration party, give away some stuff, and have like a nice big event either in the store, hopefully in the store, or a local venue or something. If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna take this stack and drop them over here for now. Wow, perfect cut. But I think that'll be pretty cool. Can I have this pack? Yeah, you want this pack, Anna? You got this pack. I'll get you a pack. All right. Anna, this is your pack. Your pack. Alright, you got a middle piece. That's pretty good. A heart. It's like 10, 15 bucks right there. Hey, that's not bad actually. That is not bad. That's like actually money back on your pack, honestly. So, there you go. Shipped to you. Or picked up in Nats. Alright, Anna, that is your pack. I'm sure Jeremiah won't hate that. That's pretty good. Could have been a lot worse. Just got a message on Discord someone wanted to buy Cheater's Charm marbles. I sold 3 more of them on TCG Player today. That's 6 in one day. If something like that happens, cold foil rusted relic. See, Anna, that could have been your pack, and that would have been bad, but it's not. When someone buys a card that I don't sell very often, and then someone else messages me to buy a card that I don't sell very often, in the same day, I start asking questions. I get a little suspicious. Why is that card selling all of a sudden? Or why did 2 people one day want to buy play sets from me? Mastery Pack Ninja, you are talking my language. That's right up my alley. I'm a Ninja fan. Yeah, the Oasis. Oasis Respite. Someone in the chat wants to know how the Oasis Respite works. Why don't I have one here? So you prevent the damage, And then if the person who prevented the damage, so you prevent the damage, and if you have less health than the other person, then you gain health. And so the reason why it's a little confusing is because it says target hero. So technically you could like deal damage to someone and then prevent it with Oasis for some reason. Very, very niche case. I mean, it's mostly just like a multiplayer thing. You know, if you prevent damage from your friend and you gain a health, then you like helped your friend. So that's why that is there. But most of the time, 99% of the time right now, you're going to prevent the damage that is happening to you. And then if you have less health, then you get a gain of health too. So it's really like a 1-card 5 as an instant, which is pretty cool. Duckslinger, these packs sell online for TCG players for $50 a pack. So, as you can see, sometimes you open up $4 out of the pack. And sometimes you open up $1,500. It just is what it is. Hey, Near, nice to meet you too in Prague. Thanks for hanging out. Let me know if you need anything at the booth or if you need anything from over here. Duckslinger, you're looking 30 pounds each for what? For the gold packs? Yeah, for in America they're 50 a pack, which is decently comparable. In our market, you know, there's some differences between American and European and British markets, but in our market, the estimated value of a pack is sitting around $40 right now. But it's like a very high chase, very hard. Very hard to see your money back if you open 10 packs even. So, but they are asking 50 online. So if they ever dipped to like 30, and I think on release they were like 30, then that's a time to buy. But I mean, these cards are only going to go up in price, right? The expensive ones, the chase ones, I think so. We've kind of hit a good dip on them right now, but who knows? It's just talking about Sage now. So let's talk about nationals. You know, we got U.S. nationals coming up next weekend. In either nationals or the calling, is there going to be one of the new Omens heroes in the top 8? That's what I'm curious about, because I hear that. Oh, I opened a cool foil. Hold the line is what I heard. No, I hear that Ziggy is pretty good. There's some good builds of Ziggy. I hear that there's good builds of Vasilio. Not hearing a ton about Aurora, but I hear things sometimes. But anyway, let's 2/3 of the way done. We have hit. Oh, that's right. Gee, I'm calling it sealed. Dang. Okay, so just Nats then. So there will be 8 Omens heroes in top 8 of the calling. 200 packs done so far. We've hit 3 Fables, which is low. We should have had 1 or 2 more. E-Strike, which is great. And 14 legendaries. So our first 100 packs, we had 11 legendaries, which is insane. But our second 100 packs, we only had 3 legendaries and 2 Fables. So as you can see, it's like you can hit a run hot, or you can hit a run really dry with these. But that's why you open 300, so you can even out the hits and hope to not hit a bad run and just like lose half your money. So, all right, cold foil. This round's on me this time. You don't need to see these cold foils. Can I move them out of the way? I think I'm gonna do that. No, see, you can just open up a pack that's worth $5, or you can open up a pack that's worth $5, or you can open up a pack worth $4, or you can open up a pack worth $10. Mexico City. Or you can open up a pack worth $5. See? If you were to just have a case and those were your packs, that would be pretty sad. What are you guys talking about? Isn't this kind of what we said about like Gravy Bones when he first came out, that he wasn't going to top 8 a big event, and then like he like immediately top 8 at a big event? I don't know. I don't put too much weight into what people say, because you have people say that these decks are unplayable garbage, and you have people that say these decks are busted, and then it's just like, who really knows, you know? Probably Brody or Jacob Clements. He probably knows. But for most of us, we don't really know. What do you guys think about competitive fab right now? Like, I'm not talking about like the meta or anything, but just like fab in general as like a spectator event. You know, first couple years there weren't a ton of spectators, but now like they're pulling like 3,000 to 4,000 players or viewers on a stream. And so I've noticed this more in the past year, I think. There are more people getting into the game of Flesh and Blood that are just here to play casually, that are just here to have fun, try their best at an event, you know, childhood events, to enjoy the experience, the atmosphere. And I think we're starting to get some fans in the game. And so I think that's like that's really cool, because you know, the first couple of years the game came out, it was still new. People weren't ooh, Cold Full Premeditate. Is that the first one of those? I think so. People were really like following players. But now like people seem to be following players in the game. They seem to be fans of certain players. Like I've been at my booth and I've heard players recently talk about their favorite Flesh and Blood player or their favorite caster. And they're like, it's so cool they can be in the same room. Like, oh, there's Michael Fang, or there's Bryce, he's a caster, or like, oh, is that Brody, or is that Jacob Clements, or you know, insert any player that goes to a lot of the big events and does well. And so we're starting to get fans of the game. I think that's like the next step for Flesh and Blood, is to develop fans, because it can be a competitive game, and it's fine. It's a very competitive game. It's one of the most competitive TCGs out there. It's the biggest prize pool, and that's great. But the next step for them is to develop fans of the game that aren't necessarily expected to do well or to go to callings, or just go to callings and play side events. I remember I had my friend Nathan Crawford, the card guys, out in San Diego, and he noticed this firsthand. He said that most of the players that come to the booth, that come shop with us, are not like top level pro players. They're more casual fans, players that aspire to be good, or players that just like love playing and collecting the game. Lots of new players come to the vendor booth at Flesh and Blood events, and he was telling me after the event that he wasn't expecting that he thought like a lot of the top players shopped or whatever, but like that's like really not the case. All the top players, they have their cards, they have their hookups, they have their sponsors, they borrow cards from each other, they just have all the stuff that they need. But most of the people that stop by the vendors tables at events are not those top players, or like not highly competitive players. So this is something that the Flesh and Blood ecosystem needs in the game to make the game grow. And so the way that they've been doing content, you know, shout out to Liv, who just got hired from LSS in the past few months, who's been doing great content at events, interviewing people at events, showing things that you can get there, and just driving traffic to the channel, to events, to the streams. They're doing a lot of good work on their social media, and they've really upped their game in the past year. And I've definitely been able to witness that firsthand and see the types of players that it brings to events, because they see these players, the casters, just the events, and it makes them want to go to these events. And so I think that's really cool for the game. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys, that most of the people that come to a vendor table is not your top players. It's just people that want to have fun playing the game, and people who want to collect cards for their collections. I hear it all the time from players who are buying EA CNCs or an EA Tunic. You know, a lot of the people that buy these fancy cards are not that competitive at the game. Whether that be their own skill or their desire to play, their time to play. But a lot of people that I talk to that buy cards, like, yeah, I just want it for my collection. I just want it for my collection. I play the game. I go to my armory events every week. I like playing the game. I like going to the bigger events to play side events, and they just want these cards for their collection. And so if you are a higher level competitive player at the game, or if you are aspiring to be, like, the foundation of Flesh and Blood is on the more casual players. And I don't say casual in the terms of players who don't have a big collection. They're like players who are following the game, who are fans of the game, who believe in it. And honestly, they're making it possible for the game to exist. And so I just wanted to bring your guys' attention to that section of the community that loves to collect the cards, because without people buying and collecting the cards, you won't have people selling the game, and you won't have people in turn buying the game. It just creates a ripple effect across the entire industry, because honestly, competitive players come and go. If the top 20 players in the world were to quit Fab, you'll have a new top 20 players. You know, it's not critical. There's always someone willing to fill the shoes of someone who's competitive and decides to leave the game. There's always someone ready to fill those shoes. But what the game needs is more growth from players who like to play for fun and just want to collect the game and have the shiny cards. And so I've been noticing that a lot more, and it's been very exciting for me to see that and get to know some of those players. Look at that, dry on legendaries again. Alright. Hell, 1 in 10 is not what I'm getting right now. Catching up on chat. Sorry, I went on a little soapbox rant. Yeah, Matt, I agree. The streams are the best they've ever been. Did you guys catch that stream in Brazil? Did you guys notice something in the background there? Yes. They asked us if it was okay to have our booth in the background, because the feature table was on a stage, like a theater stage, or and so they had some height behind it, and they were able to cast into the crowd behind the players playing, or behind the casters actually is what they had. And so they said, I talked to Ethan, he said at most events they can't do that because it's not on a stage. It just looks weird if the players were the event was in the background of the casters. It just looks weird because they're on the same level. But since they were higher up, they could do that. And it just so happened that I got the booth that was right next to the casters table. So we were in the stream the whole time. So people enjoyed walking by the booth, waving at them, and when I see us work at the booth. I will tell you, there's one point where I asked my wife, I said, hey, we should kiss on stream when they have the video in the background. And so we did. So if you guys spot that, let me know. But yes, there was one time through one of the days where my wife and I were kissing in the background, right in between the caster's heads. So I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but I thought it was pretty funny. Ethan thought it was funny when I told him, but yeah. All right, chat. Yes, Conrava. I have all your gaming needs, including shirts to wear. Come see me at an event. Yes. Now, the lack of IP has always been an issue for Flesh and Blood. It just is what it is. I mean, the Flesh and Blood has always been fine about that. And if you look in the past 10, 20 years, every new card game that has come out that has had some sort of staying power in like the top 10, top 15 of card games out there, every single one of them has had some sort of IP behind it, except Flesh and Blood. Like, they've been the one game with a brand new IP that has come out in the past 10, 15 years. And it's just like, it's pretty cool that they've had the staying power that they've had when they don't have an IP behind them. I think Cold Foil Premeditate, that's a good one. That's just like tells me a lot about the game, that it's doing well and that it has sticking and staying power. I know James White had a post on X at the beginning of the year, and he said their LSS had their Flesh and Blood overall had 20% year-over-year growth, and they've had that for a few years now. And so, good. And so they've had that for a couple years now, and so I think that's just great news about the game. So it's one of the few games with its own IP that's had some sort of staying power. Like, you look at the other games like that, you look at like Grand Archive has had some staying power recently, but like every other new game that's come out, you know, you got Disney, you got Star Wars, you got League of Legends, you got One Piece. You know, all these games are propped up by their IP, which if your game has a great IP, players are a lot more forgiving on the mistakes that you make as a game company, you know. And so the fact that it has its own IP, I think, is one of the selling factors of it, honestly. And it's one of the reasons why people stick around. Like, Flesh and Blood players are really sticky. What I mean by that is they stick around. They don't really... When I first got into the game, there were a lot of people... I got in during Crew, the third set. There were a lot of people buying into the game. There were a lot of people selling collections online. And because there were a lot of people that were interested in the money spike of it during COVID and buying in, and then a lot of people started selling out real fast too. So there were a lot of, that's how I got in business, is just buying collections online. I didn't used to go to events and vend. I used to just buy collections online. There were a ton of collections to buy. Lots of people posting their collections for sale. I just swipe them up, you know. But now there's like very few collections you can buy online. You know, most people know someone in the game that they can just message to sell their collection before even posting it publicly, and very few collections get posted publicly that I see. And the ones that do want like 80-90% for whatever, but might just touch Cold Foil. So I feel really lucky and blessed to be vending and being in a spot where I can buy and sell cards easier than just staying online. But all that to say, like, the time for people to jump in and jump out of the game is over. And the people that join Flesh and Blood, most of them are transplants from other games, but some are actually brand new players, which is really cool. But most of the people who do play Flesh and Blood stick around. And even if like you're slowing down on playing the game, a lot of people keep their cards, they keep their collections, which is why cards need to be reprinted, like the ones that got reprinted in Compendium. But not enough people are selling their cards to make up for the amount of new players joining the game, which is why card prices are rising. And it's a good problem to have, honestly, but it's also another reason why Flesh and Blood can't just like double in size, because there's not enough cards out there to support a huge spike in growth. And so that's why Flesh and Blood growing 20% year over year is great, because of the market absorption that is needed when players come into the game, because Flesh and Blood players are very sticky. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but players that don't sell cards means that you have to print more cards to fill the demand of players coming into the game. I think Flesh and Blood LSS, they know that, they understand that. That's why they've been reprinting a bunch of cards over the past year. They said that like Compendium was too much, but honestly, like I don't think it is too much. As a seller, like, you have the Cold Foil versions now, and you have like a lot of these Majestics are still like $10, $15, $20 cards. I mean, Ripple Away got reprinted and it doubled in price. Remembrance got reprinted and it tripled in price. Like, it's just like, it's fine. Like, the game needs more cards in the market because it's doing so well, and players aren't leaving the game as fast as players are joining the game. So, but yeah, like I said, it's another reason why I think that Flesh and Blood is going to stick around for the long term, but it's also not going to like have super fast exponential growth like a lot of people want. You know, like they want new players and people to join the game, but like at a point you just like run out of cards in the marketplace for what they've already printed. So 20% year-over-year growth is very healthy for the game. It's very healthy. Any more and you'll have issues. Any less, it's fine, but obviously you want some sort of growth year over year. I'm on my last 50 packs now. No, am I? Yeah, my last 50 packs. I didn't hit any legendaries or fables in those last 50. We are on a dry spell. That first 100 was awesome, but now it's just like there's nothing here. Saving them all for Shane actually, but man, there's just nothing here. There's a weakest link finally. Books and lore. Now, I agree. Books and lore and more articles online is huge for the game. I mean, right now for them it's just an allocation of resources. They're committing to building up the game before they build up like the lore and all the things around it. And it's been a while since they've done stuff like that. I hear maybe they're going to start doing it again, starting with the next set. Starting with Fab 4.0. We talked about early in the stream the different blocks of Fab 1.0, 2, 3. And now I believe the next set starts Fab 4.0. But maybe we'll get some change with that. Oh, I thought that was the E strike at the top there. Oh, dang. Ripple's fine. I think we'll get more lore and such in the future. I really do. Man, Conrava, you are the reason why I haven't hit an L or a Fable recently. Just kidding. Stick around, Conrava, please. See, you just called yourself out for it, and I just noticed you in the chat, and that means that we have to hit a legendary, of course. So, ooh, cold foil tenacity. There we go. Last time we hit a tunic on the same pack as a rusted relic cold foil. So let's see. No gauntlet, no gauntlet. Ooh. Alright, not bad, not bad. Sleeve, still avoiding a gauntlet. Let's go. Dane, I still need one more CNC for you, though. I'm still trying to pull one for you. Look at that, finally. Got these amount of packs left, and then I got about 20 more after this. So, yes, Conrava, that is your cue to stay, please. Am I gonna grade those tunics? I don't know. I'm not a huge grader, honestly. Flesh and Blood players do enjoy graded cards, and I do enjoy selling graded cards and grading cards, like especially like my own personal gold foil collection. But like, it takes time to grade them, especially like if I send those tunics to grading 2 months, get them back, and I'm just out $3,000 for 2 months. Like, that's just the biggest issue I have. I'd rather sell them now, get the $3,000, go buy something else, and continue to make money on it. It's a time issue for me. But if it's like for a personal collection, I'll do it. Sometimes I'll do it on gold foils that look really good. People like graded gold foils. It's either top load or the grade on them. Ooh, cold foil weakest link. That's a good one. So sometimes I'll do it with gold foils, especially because they take longer to sell anyway. But on something that could sell pretty fast, I usually don't grade them because I don't want to wait that long to grade them. I want to just get them like sold. But Yeah, gold foils I will, because it'll take a while to sell them anyway. So might as well. If it looks good, I'll grade it, and if I get like a 10, maybe it has a premium on it. Now, an animated show, that'll take way too long. Alright, another legendary. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. No gauntlet. Tunic. Come on. Alright, another one. That's like 3 or 4 in a row of those. I mean, I was like complaining because the only ones I hadn't hit were Providence and Gauntlet, and I got like 4 gauntlets. It's insane. Hey. Fine by me. Fine by me. Push these up a little bit. Make some room over here. I'm just saving that other tunic for Shane, honestly. Yeah, animated show. Nah, that's gonna take way too much money and time. Let's just get some lore books. Let's get like a lore book that drops on every set release. You know what I mean? That'd be pretty cool. Ooh, cool sensor. Not bad. Or like a lore book of the year, like, or if they are going to blocks and they're doing like multiple like sets of the same story, let's like get one lore book for each block. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool. When you can message me and I can sell you my best tunic, and then you can grade it yourself. See you, Doubt. Thanks for chatting. Here's the one more E strike right here. Nope. What time is it? 9:20. Oh my gosh, I've been at this too long. I've been chatting. Let's see if I can go a bit faster for you guys. Alright, nice. Let's get like 1 or 2 more big hits. Oh, this pack did not want to open because it has a legendary in it. It did not want to see. It did not want us to see it. But hey, look, another legendary with a cold foil on it. That's like 3 or 4 now. That's like higher than what you're supposed to get. That's pretty cool. No gauntlet, no gauntlet. All right, Dan. There's your 3rd CNC. All right, you're gonna owe me a bunch of money. A bunch of money, Dan. Get that account ready. Got your 3 shelters. I got your 3 CNCs. Ready to go. Yeah, let me know if you guys like the stream. If you like seeing this kind of stuff be open, because it's my first time doing it. You know how that goes. First time streaming. First time. I talk in front of the camera. I don't do much editing or anything. You know, it was supposed to look nice, and it just looks like this. It's fine. Packs are packs, right? I kind of have a theory in the Flesh and Blood community. If I had a bunch of editing and stuff, the amount of views won't go that much higher. It's like players just want to hear me talk, I think. That's what I've heard. These are my last packs, by the way. Last packs for myself. Here we go. Let's get like 2 things in this is what I hope. Like, players just like hearing me talk, so I just don't put much effort into it, but I don't know. I've had, just this past year, I've had my wife start doing thumbnails for me, so that's a big step. She does really good doing those thumbnails. Discord invite at Righteous Gaming is my personal Discord. You can message me there, and I can send you a link to we have a Righteous Gaming Discord server where we talk about the market, talk about news, talk about different things that are going on in the Flesh and Blood community. So if you want to join our Discord server, after this video is over, I'll go ahead and edit the description with a invite to the Discord, or you can catch it on previous videos that we've done. We put the invite link in all of our videos. But yeah, at Righteous Gaming, I have a few packs left for sale after this if you guys want to buy any packs. I have $50 for a pack. Sorry, just checking my messages here real quick. See if anyone wants packs. Tunics went up in price, didn't they? I said $1,000 earlier, didn't I? Man, I was low on that. Last sold was 1,138 right now is low. I'd sell them for 1,100 if anyone wants a tunic. Winnie, I'll message you after the stream about it. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching along with the stream, though, watching the channel. I promise I'm gonna do more videos. But there we go. Finally, little Steve, you wanted a heart, but I got an eye instead. Bad for you, good for me. I'll have to get you a heart as well. But there we go. Third eye. We didn't need one of those. I thought there was like 1 in 40 or 50 packs on those fables. Apparently, it's been like 1 in 80 or so for us. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for sticking around, watching the channel, supporting me through the Discord and everything. It means a lot. And then when you come up to me at events and tell me that you love watching the channel, love what I do, it makes me feel good, you know, as it would anyone. But come from someone who doesn't have much experience in technology, I try my best. I try my best. And that's all you can really ask for these days, isn't it? Just try your best. Alright. Down the stretch, you got about 12 more packs. 12 more packs. Alright. Sold 3 cold foil sensors on one of those. So that one. 3. Yep, we got 3 here. Those are sold. We got 1 tunic probably gone. Shelters and the Command and Conquers are gone. Hopefully Steve buys my Eye of Ophidia and Riches, even though I don't get a heart. That'd be great. I know. Giles, is that how you say it? Giles? Yeah. We managed to avoid a gauntlet, but we hit like 4 rusted relics, so there's that. But yes, we avoided a gauntlet, and we avoided the heart out of the fable slot. So that's pretty cool. Do you get a lot of Japanese cards? I do not. I try to stay away from Japanese cards because in the US they're like 50% of value or something. I do have a couple Antiquity pack cold foils that are Japanese though. If anyone's interested, where are they at? I don't know where they're at. I thought they were there. No. I would have thought I knew what they were, but I have like 3 or 4 Japanese cold foils of the Antiquity pack stuff that I bought in Japan just because I thought they were cool. But alright, one more hit. Come on. These are for me. 8 more packs. There we go. Steve, you're mine. Alright. It's yours, and yours if you want them. Let's go. That was my hit. That's the last one I needed for the set. There we go. Now, what a full video. What a full video now. We just like completed it. That feels good. I shouldn't even open these last 8, but I will. You gotta do the 300. Alright. That's so exciting. What a great video. Shout out to my wife who's watching the video downstairs. I can hear myself echo downstairs. I just heard myself go, all right. She watches all my videos. Still, you're right, Sham. I am missing a Marvel E-Strike. I am missing one. Or not E-Strike. No, sorry. The Gauntlet. I'm missing a Stonewall Gauntlet. It's the only thing I haven't hit. I'm fine with that, though, honestly. If Shane wants to open one for me, then I can have his. Alright. Last pack coming here. Last pack for me. We got some more packs coming up for other people who have purchased a pack. That was the last pack for me. Not a legendary. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. Alright, I'm going to clean up real quick. Stay tuned. We got more packs coming. We got another 55 packs at least coming for other people. Alright. Tenacity Cold Foil has sold. And Amnesia, Hold the Line, Cut Through the Facade are selling as well. Alright. Well, I'm going to clean this up. This is my stuff. Thanks everyone for watching. We got another 55 packs coming though, so if you still like packs and you want to see me open good stuff for other people now, then stay tuned. Oh yeah, we're gonna do a tournament pack also, and omens packs. All right, Shane, I'm clearing the mat for you. Let me get a couple of these tournament packs open, and let me get some of these omens pre-release packs open. We gotta pump some of these. By pump, I mean like just sell them. All right, yes, I have a bunch of tournament pack cards right now, as well as tournament packs that I'm planning on selling at Nationals. I'm not really taking pre-orders for these unless like your buy price is like a lot higher than I think it should be. Then I'm gonna sell it to you, obviously. Looking at you, zipper hits. But yeah, so I'll have a lot of stock at Nationals of these cards, and so. Tournament pack one. Didn't I say I would open these if I hit another tunic? But I didn't hit a tunic. But that's alright. Zipper hit yellow. Not bad. Not bad. Got an Ira art card here. Hey, zipper hit red. Might as well just get the set out of this, right? So we were in Prague and they did not give away any of the new packs, any of the new tournament packs. It was all old packs, which is very surprising. Infecting Shot, red. Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad, that's good. Didn't hit any duds. Alright. That's pretty good. Then we got, so they didn't give out any of the new tournament packs in Prague, but they gave away the old packs only, which is weird because they gave away the new packs in Rotterdam. Which makes me think either that was a mistake or it just didn't, like, they just didn't. And like instead of mixing them in together, they like giving away some one tournament, some the next tournament, like different ones at different tournaments. I don't know how they can do it. It's still a mystery to me. Oh, I did want to show you guys, for watching the stream, you get inside information. Not inside information, that's a bad word. That's a bad way to describe it. You get information that I don't post publicly because, you know, why would you, you know? But let me show you a theory I've been working on right now. So I did get like 2 or 3 tournament packs of the new one that people sold me, that just had them mixed in. I think from the previous event, but it came from like one guy. He had like 5 tournament packs. So, but I figured out a way to tell what packs are which. So they say you can't tell, right? I'm convinced you can. So here's a back of the pack. You have this little serial code right here. I don't know how to, serial code. There's some different versions of this. There's this one that ends in like an 06 something. Then there's other ones that is like clearly a different serial code that has a bit bigger of a numbers. It has totally different numbers. But those are still the first ones. The second ones are still the 4 packs of the new ones that I saw and opened. They didn't have any serial code on them, but the serial code is actually like misprinted. Like, I don't know if you can see. It's like misprinted right here underneath all the words and everything. So that's what the serial code is for the pack. And every single one of those that I saw had new cards in them. And of the old ones, it was all like this. They were all printed right here. So a little tidbit, little information for you guys that watch the channel. So when you go to nationals or your next tournament, you want to know if you're going to get a new card or an old card. Maybe you want to trade a pack with someone or whatever. You have information now. It's just a theory. I haven't opened enough packs to be able to tell, but there you go. Omens also had these World Premiere cards, the Duality promos as well. So I wanted to open a couple packs for you guys here. You got the Marvel Omens cards. There's 3 dualities you can hit. You can hit Voltbound, Cosmic, and oh gosh, what's the other one? Cosmic. Okay, so there's Cosmic. So that's the good one. Or I don't know which one's good. Voltbound, Cosmic, something. I'm sure we'll open it. But Cosmic's the best one. We're selling these for $100 at Nationals, the Cosmic ones. The Voltbounds we're selling for $90, and then the other one, Nebula, there you go. Nebula we're selling for $80 at Nationals. So that's going to be Acilio, Ziggy. I brought 4 packs. Hopefully I can open 1 of each. So once I open 1 of each, I'll stop. But yeah, we're selling these at Nationals if you guys want them. Maybe I'll throw in a free art card if you buy a playset. Nebula again. These cards are just so pretty. Like, just like, look at that. Look at that. Oh, just like, look at that. Wow. I like them. But they're really cool how they're doing these like world premiere packs too. Oh, you guys got to see this too. And boom! Hey, look at that. 4 packs, opened all 3 of them. Don't need to open anymore. But yeah, so there's the cards that you can get from the packs. Pretty cool. I like how they're doing world premiere packs that have different variations. They did that with Super Slam. So that's pretty cool. All right, enough of the miscellaneous packs. Shane says, "Let me see my packs." All right, Shane, you can see your packs. All right, so let's get a little Shane X50. All right. I guess I'll do them in stacks of 10 for you. Because, you know, I never really sold packs live before, so we're just going to make sure they never leave the camera. Alright, what else do we got? Is it red only for the duality? Yes. Dan, the dualities, all 3 of them only come in red. So there's only 3 options that you can get, which I heard like the blue ones are like more playable. Shane, pack 1. Is that all you got? I hope not. Shane, pack 2. Seduce secrets. Let's seduce some hits out of here. Oh, Shane, I forgot. We gotta rub the E-Strike for luck for you. I got you. Not letting you down. Hey, Coldful Ripple, not bad. That's a good hit. It's $120 right now. Nope. You like sound effects? I like sound effects. Hey, Cold Foil Premeditate. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Look at that. Check my messages real quick. Just gotta see if anyone else wants packs. Shane. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any like feedback for the stream or anything. Like I said, I'm kind of new to this, so just let me know if you have any advice or things you want to see in future streams, or probably not gonna do like box openings or anything. My boy TCG Ted has that figured out. But I just thought this was kind of a cool one-off type of thing where I can interact with some of my favorite people and talk about Fab and open up some cards, you know. It's gonna do it anyway, might as well throw a camera on it. Alright, Remembrance isn't bad. Alright, last of your first 10. Let's get a legendary in here. I went on a big dry run for you, Shane. Big dry run. Alright, another 50. Here we go. Here we go. Lightning Press promos. I am actually not sure if I do. That is a hard card to find these days. Just sad. I should have bought more of them when they first came out. Alright, you got a heart. Give me an eye. Another heart. Might want to trade you for that. Depending on how my counts went up. Shane, I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. Maybe we just need to talk about Mexico City. Mexico City? Didn't work this time. But you got an eye, technically. Alright, this pack was being difficult. You know what that means. I'll hold the line. Alright, let's get some better stuff out of here. Oh, what up, Zero? Good to see you. I hope your job's doing well. Another ripple. You got a few ripples now. And you got another middle piece on the art card. Not good. That one's not good. Alright. Let's get first 100 luck. First 100 luck. Come on. It's a bad stretch these last 10. These next 10. Cold foil, that all you got? Could be worse. Alright, 10 more. Alright, here we go. Here we go. For Shane. My bro Shane. Alright. Come on. Come on, Shane. I gotta hit something for you. We're gonna get you something. I believe. I believe in the E-Strike. Alright. Come on, it's like at least a legendary or something. Come on. Alright, here we go. This is it. This is the pack. foil sensor. You know, on average, you're going to get 5 cold foils. So you've hit 4 of them. Pretty good ones, I'd say. Alright, one more. Alright, we're saving the good stuff for last, right? Alright, Shane, here we go. 10 more. You got 20 left. 20 left. Let's get something good for you. Cold foil tenacity. Alright, you're doing better on the cold foil game right now. This is 31 through 40. Yep. Golly. I'm telling, like, Himmel said it was 1 in 10 for Legendary. It's not, it's 1 in 20, I believe. Could be slightly worse than that even. I mean, what I get? 14 and 30? It's like 1 in 25 or something. Hey, weakest link. We'll take that, though. As long as your Majestics are good, you have a pretty good floor coming, you know? At least you have a good floor. Alright, here we go. This is the one, right? Haven't seen one of those yet. Well, you having fun at least? Cold foil that all you got, number 2. Alright. Hitting above average on cold foils. There's that. Shane recently joined Team Righteous Gaming, so we've really enjoyed having him on board with the team, practicing, getting ready for nationals. Expect big things from him from nationals. Another sensor cold foil. Well, that's not bad. It's not what we're looking for. Alright, here you are. There you go. Final 10. Final 10. Let's see if we can actually get something out of these. Shame if this doesn't... Alright, sorry about that. Shame if these don't hit, I'll get you a consolation prize. Don't worry. Zero, I don't know. You missed it earlier. We had a good first hour, but now it's just like it has dried up. And my friend Shane is feeling the wrath of the gold packs. I felt it the last 200 packs I opened. Whew. Come on. Come on. 3 packs left. Alright. Let's get something in here. Last pack magic. Alright, Shane, I gotta do something for you. Let me see here. Shane, you can take one of these 2 cards, or 5 more packs. Which one do you want? And if you want one of these 2, you gotta let me know which one. Don't show the. You see, want the pack sealed to take home. No. So Shane, you want to keep them sealed, or you want me to open them? Sloth, last day to order would be probably Tuesday. I'll find out Thursday morning. Yeah, if you guys want stuff for Nationals, let me know. Tuesday. Oh, you want the 5 packs and don't show these. Alright. Alright, let's open them. Come on. This is not what you wanted. That is what you wanted, actually. Rusted Relic Cold Foil. Don't do them like that, guys. Come on. Remembrance. I tried, Shane. I tried. Alright, one more. It's a Ripple. Ripple's good. Alright, one more, Shane. Just for you. Just for you. Alright. Thanks, Shane, for playing along. Helping me out on the stream and everything. I appreciate it. You got above average on cold foils, so there's your haul. It's going home with you. Alright, we got 5 more packs to open for Zach. Five packs for Zach. And then that's a night. I don't know, Zach, you probably don't want these. It's probably good you're not on chat right now. Congrats, Zach. You just did my boy Shane dirty. Dirty. Golly. packs giveth, and they taketh. Do you even need these leather packs, Zach? I don't think you need them. Golly. Just seeing the chat react now. Zach, you're good. You're good. Alright. Last pack for Zach. Alright, Zach, there you are. You won this round. Sorry, Shane. There you are. Alright, I think, let me check my messages one more time, see if anyone else wants anything. Nope. Alright, well, appreciate everyone for joining the stream. Alright. See, look at that, Shane. You got some drinks on Eric over there. Alright, well, Zach, you were on stream. Alright, you were on stream. Good to see you. You didn't talk at all, but thanks everyone for watching the stream. Really appreciate all the support and everything. Last chance to buy packs if you want it. But yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out, watching, supporting the channel. Come see me at Nationals Pro Tour. Love to say hi. Love to talk about whatever. And don't forget to like and subscribe, like Conrad has said. We just hit 1,000 subscribers, which is awesome. But anyway, I'm having a good time. If you guys want to see more streams, let me know. Give me some feedback. I really appreciate it. All right, then. Yes, Doubt. Zach got a riches in 5 packs over here. All right.